A table tennis ball is one of the 4 essential pieces of equipment you need to play table tennis, along with a racket, a table, and a net. The precursor to the table tennis ball was a champagne cork. However, regarding the balls we know today, the first of the 3 official versions was the celluloid ball with a diameter of 38 millimeters. It was used from 1900 until the turn of the century in 2000, when it was replaced by a 40 millimeter ball, 38 millimeter ball. Thanks to its smaller diameter and lighter weight compared to its successors, one of the main features of the 38 millimeter ball was its heavy spin. Consequently, players sought to exploit it to the fullest, which made side spin shots far more common than they are now, and chops substantially more effective. Largely because of this, many defensive-style players were among the top 10 in the world rankings. However, by the year 2000, advancements in racket blades and rubbers had made the game so fast that spectators rarely saw long rallies and interesting points. It became clear that in order to keep the sport appealing, the pace needed to be slowed down. 40 millimeter ball. Thus, the 40 millimeter ball was introduced, bringing about radical changes to the sport. Its diameter increased, and its weight went from 2.5 to 2.7 grams. Although it could still produce a substantial amount of spin, it wasn't as spin-friendly as the 38 millimeter version, and the overall speed decreased. While adding just 2 millimeters may sound trivial, it significantly reduced the ball's velocity in flight. The technological progress was very rapid, and in 2008, Butterfly introduced the first Tenergy rubbers. Once again, the game had to be slowed down. In addition, there was another important reason why the celluloid ball was replaced by a plastic one. Celluloid is highly flammable and dangerous, which affected shipping costs. Specialized vehicles or containers were required to transport these balls, significantly increasing expenses and delivery times. Sometimes urgent delivery of balls for a tournament became impossible. 40+ millimeter ball. Thus, after 114 years, celluloid gave way to plastic. Since 2014, all official ITTF competitions have adopted the new plastic 40+ ball because, unlike the celluloid version, which ranged from 39.8 to 40 millimeters in diameter, the plastic ball measures between 40 and 40.2 millimeters. The first plastic balls were made from cellulose acetate, then production switched to ABS plastic. Interestingly, ABS plastic balls were actually developed back in 1984, yet it took 30 years for them to gain acceptance. As the ball became harder and generated significantly less spin, attacking players found it much easier to deal with defenders, and more direct playing styles became far more effective. These changes in spin and speed inevitably affected serves. In modern table tennis, long serves occur more frequently than before because it's now easier to attack short serves, and defending a near-net attack has become more challenging. All of these factors led to a decline in the popularity of defensive play among professionals, and currently there are no defenders in the top 10 of the world rankings. When the plastic ball first appeared, most players disliked it because it was very fragile, often breaking or deforming during play. Over time, however, plastic balls improved. Despite their drawbacks, they also had advantages, and most players adapted, eventually feeling comfortable using them. One-star balls. One-star balls are perhaps the most common in table tennis. Most are sufficiently high in quality for training and even local tournaments or casual matches. However, many have a slightly oval shape, which is why they receive a 1-star rating. 2-star balls. 2-star balls are quite rare and difficult to find. They're not widespread because most players on a budget opt for 1-star balls, while those seeking better quality purchase 3-star ones. 3-star balls. The top quality balls carry a 3-star designation, Most ITTF tournaments use them because they have the most consistent bounce and are generally more reliable. Experienced players definitely notice the difference, although beginners may not. Nitiku and DHS are among the most popular 3-star brands.